Big numbers. 100-minute bag. That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers.
Okay, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yellow. Go on, 80. 36. Check out.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Back at the 22-yard line.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch the pass.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Bird to return. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
47-yard line.
Ready? 180.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Now a first down throw for Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Gun.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Newton. And he's got the hook up to Moore. That goes for a gain of 31.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And the pressure gets to him again. Shaq tops it, making his presence felt on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Now it's Bird on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st and 10, Newton. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack on first down, Newton got him in. It's Brashon Perriman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Here's Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. To the air again, Newton. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
To try again after the sack. Mahomes flush to his right. He'll try and run it. Going deep here for Watkins. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Defense, win championships, baby.
Now Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. To throw again. Newton. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2, Newton. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. He'll run it. He'll have a first down inside the 10. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They're going deep for Hill. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And he will at least be able to fall on it himself, but it was 4th down, and the possession changes. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Newton now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Joker. Hey, switch gears. Gun.
A shotgun snap for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch. Hey! Mike spoke. I'm going to run you over. Check 3. Check 7.
Now Newton. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Play action. It's Newton. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 28-yard line. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 28. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Great. 20. Shit. 44 is the mic. 44. Try. Let's go, defense.
Now it's Newton. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2. 3rd down and 13.
Show it up. You gonna take.
3rd and long. It's Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. Newton will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. He was trying to go back to Moore there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Kill.
Gun.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2nd down and goal. Newton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Darren Lee gets him for a loss of 5. He is so tough to handle on the blitz, and that's Exhibit A. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Here's Newton. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. That time Juan Thornhill, the rookie from Virginia, batting it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Switch up.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes steps away. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. A throw he probably shouldn't have made, rolling left and then throwing back across the field.
And when you do that and you're rolling towards the sideline, you've cut down your field in a big way, significantly. And the guys who play in the 2nd and the 3rd level, those linebackers and DBs, they know that. And they know they don't have nearly as much space to cover. And they're hoping you try and throw it back towards the middle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Chiefs' 12-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I got one. Patchy.
To throw again on 2nd down. Newton flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his third touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 76 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points. But he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Mike Popo. Man, I got you.
20. Gun. Check.
On first down, Newton. He's got this one complete to Perriman. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Newton throwing complete to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Gun.
25, check 25.
Tighten up. Watch the shift.
Again, Newton. And caught left side, Olsen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it and able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Mahomes going to throw. They complete it to Hill. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Kansas City.
Line right. Circle line right.
Check back, check back.
Yellow, yellow.
36.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. They can't stop Bruce Irvin there as he slips in for the sack. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Bruce Irvin able to record his 5th sack of the season. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brian Burns, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
And they'll start out here with a jet sweep. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Escaping the pressure right. And the tight end Olsen, right side. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing here, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They come up in an offset eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point splits the uprights, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Elsewhere, fourth quarter score now for Baltimore. And the Ravens have opened it up a bit, leading by a couple of scores. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. On first down, Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Fuck with set. 180.
Watch the slants. Watch the slant.
Safe. Alert flare.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time."
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Darren Lee there to get him down.
He wasn't ready.
It's 3rd and 10. Today's final score.